Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another one? Red Talk setting. Saeed, what's good, my brother?
Yes, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Can't complain, man. Weather's sensational outside. You get me? And yeah, man. I'm not too bad, man. All good, all good. How you doing, bro?
100%. Yeah, all good, my bro. All good. Can't complain. Like you said, the sun's out. You get me? Man was on my barbecue earlier. You get me,
Come
man?
on,
Just
chefing up.
enjoying life. That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're good. You know what I'm saying? We're good, man. Big up the chat. Loads to get into as
Yeah.
we're exactly a week away from Judgment Day, my brother.
Bro, listen, it's med, man. I just had to just sort out my flights. It's gonna be a crazy one. And yeah, man, Bilbao, boys. we got to win. Like, there's no like two ways of thinking about it. Like, there's literally that game there is Judgment Day, bro. Like, for the whole club, for the manager, for the fans, for the recruit, everything, bro. So yeah, man, I'm excited, but I'm also like, yo, I just want the job done. You know that situation where you're just like, yo, just get the job done, man.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how we do it. This is one of them occasions where it's like the outcome's way more important than anything else.
That's what I'm saying, bro. The outcome now is the most important thing, man. So it's crazy how, you know what I mean? Obviously, start of the season, I was saying we should be fighting to get third and whatnot. And, you know, after we spent all that money, and I was expecting an improvement on what we had and whatnot. And it's got to a point now where we could finish 16th in the league.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or 17th, should I say, because I don't think our last two games are guaranteed. So I don't know who Tottenham
are losing that game, bro. Chelsea, our finals on Wednesday, so we have to rest players. You know what I mean? We can't play a strong team against Chelsea. Chelsea are going to beat us. Like, Chelsea will play a stronger team because their finals not until the week after, I believe. So
yeah, the finals not until the week after.
Yeah, and they need that top 4 or top 5. So Chelsea are going to play a stronger team, and they'll probably turn us over.
Yeah, they'll turn us over, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know who Tottenham got their final game, you know, but yeah, like I said, it's one of them, man. It's the battle of the clowns, isn't it? You know what I mean? Who's gonna finish 17th, man? So it's dark times, man. You feel me?
Yeah, but the difference is, I think Ange Postecoglou walks no matter what happens.
Yeah. You know what? He could be like, you know what? I've done my job here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've if I win that trophy, boom, see you later. And I think even if I'm not gonna lie to you, I think just because of the season and the fact that he's been there 2 years and that now, and it's just not been what the fans have wanted. You get me? Like, it is what it is. You feel me? Like, they're gonna move on from him as well. So yeah, I mean, but I think Tottenham, they're expected to lose that final, though. Listen, Tottenham fans will be optimistic. They'll be buzzing and they'll be excited. But like, everyone's looking at United if they bottle that final. You get me? Like, no one's looking at if Tottenham can bottle the final. You know what I'm trying to say? Everything's riding on Man United and Ruben Amorim and what he does.
Yeah, but how do you feel that Manchester United respond to that pressure? Usually, brother, we just get it done. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we do, innit? Like, I personally, I believe that we'll rise to the occasion like we always do. And also, I'm not liking this talk of like the manager's talking about the culture and stuff like that, bro. I'll be honest, the culture in this dressing room, is to win trophies, bro. We've won trophies the last 2 years. Like, what is this culture that we speak of? I want to know. I need specifics, bro. I need to know specifics because this is a team that wins. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is a team, that in the big occasions against Liverpool in the FA Cup, they got the job done. Against Man City, they got the job done. You know what I'm saying? So this season against Man City, they got the job done, bro. Like, in a lot of the bigger games, we've actually performed our best. So what is this culture? Is it an excuse?
I think what he's talking about is the carelessness in the Premier League and the fact that I think these players are probably not given their all in the Premier League, and it's almost like they turn up in the Europa League only. You feel me? Because you got to remember, I don't know if you see it, but Garnacho, when we lost to, I don't know what team it was, he posted something on Instagram saying Thursday.
Bro. Yeah, he did. But also, that was already, I think that was already after the manager already said.
That's what I'm saying. He don't look right.
The manager already said that we're focusing on on the thing, and the Premier League don't mean nothing.
And
so
he's flip-flop, bro. He's flip-flopped.
So what do you expect the players to say? If the manager said, "Yo, the Prem's not important, I'm going to play the youths," what do you expect the players to say?
That's why. But this is the problem, though. Amorim talks too much, bro. Like we've seen it already. He's done about 500 interviews. He's an emotional guy, bro. And when you're emotional like that, you're gonna say things that you probably don't mean in the heat of the moment, or you maybe mean at that particular moment. Like he said, "Oh, I'm gonna focus on. I'm just gonna get the kids playing." Then all of a sudden, we only see the kids like 1 or 2 at max. When he looked like he was trying to say that we're gonna make wholesale changes and we're gonna basically play the kids throughout the whole rest of the games. If you did that, then a lot of the fans will be like, you know what, he's playing the kids in it, so it's like really and truly, even though losing is not great, and we kind of low key do care, but there's kids playing in it. It's not like you're playing the first team. And then he says, "Oh well, I don't really like this idea of just losing games, and we need to focus on the Premier League." Like it's a bit.
Well, which one is it though?
Hey,
which
that's
one is
it? We need to know, because I've called him out on this, by the way, and I don't know if obviously we're talking about it now, but I've said, "Yo, this manager, bro, why are you saying that 1 minute it matters and 1 minute it doesn't matter?" Like that there, you need to set them standards in it for the team. Like, yo, every game matters, and we're gonna take every game seriously.
Here's my thing, Here's my thing. The culture of the club, is set by the manager. That's how I understand it.
Partly, but yeah.
No, I think completely. The reason why I say that is Sir Alex Ferguson was here under the Glazers.
Yeah.
And it was still his way. He still set the culture. He still won trophies under a poor ownership that sold Cristiano Ronaldo and didn't replace him. He still won trophies under that. And also his ethos, his thought system, still got passed to the players. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I'm a Man United manager, I'm telling them every single game is a fucking cup final. There's no such thing as a throwaway game. Bro.
I agree.
We don't lose games at this club. No. That's me. We don't lose. I don't care if it, bruv. Every game matters. There's none of this. Oh, like no. We win every fucking football match, or at least we try to. When the manager comes out and says, "I'm gonna play youngsters. We have to focus on the Europa League." Why would these guys go out there, and break their necks? These guys are thinking about Thursday. They're thinking about, yo, I don't want to get injured. Let me just not do that sprint. Let me just pull out of that challenge. Because in their head, they're like, bro, it's about Thursday. He did this. So how can he turn around and talk about attitude, bro? You have told them it's okay to only turn up on Thursdays. This is what you've told them.
Yeah, no, I agree. In the immediate short term, you're right. Like the manager has a lot of like capabilities of like making sure that the attitude and the mindset is right. Like from what he can control now, which is the group of players that he has. Ilias don't have the group of players. Ilias don't know what's going on in training every day. They might come in and inspect and do whatever they need to do. Jason Wilcox might come in and see what's going on, but the dynamics of the dressing room and how it has been like basically been created, that there, you create that. You install that belief into the players. It's your job to do that, and that carelessness, you've seen it in the results, bro. We haven't been playing well. Like, bro, we've not even created an open play goal since January. I mean, we haven't scored a goal or scored anything goals in Old Trafford, something like that, in crazy amount of games.
So what gives you this confidence, Saeed? And the reason why I ask you is because when the manager first came in, one of the first things he said in that kind of interview thing he did when he was standing in the stadium saying that he's not nervous on that, he said, you're going to see an idea. What's the idea? What is the idea?
Idea is not here,
bro. Idea 3-4-1-2. Is that the idea? Because if that's the fucking idea, bro, anyone could change formations, bro. I played FIFA for a long time, bro. I could change formations, bro. Like anyone could change formations, bro. Is that the idea? Is the idea just 4-3-4-1-2 or 2-1 or whatever the fuck? Is that the idea?
That should be the idea, but it's not football. I mean, it's not been football, bro. It's been what you see right now. It's been tough, and the manager's failed. Let's be honest. Like I can't dress it up any better than that. Like the manager has failed. Like if the manager was to be gone tomorrow, I don't think anybody would argue. If I'm being honest with you, like not me.
Cool. So with that being said, because I'm seeing loads of people defending him, and I don't believe you.
I am defending. I'm one of them. Bro,
I don't believe defending this manager is sticking up for the football club, because us as fans, we're the guys that keep the standard at this football club. When you look at other football clubs, it's the ultras that hold the fucking managers and the players accountable. Obviously, people don't have a pair at Manchester United, so the fans are not holding this manager accountable. They should be holding the manager and the players accountable. This is what our voices are supposed to mean. So sitting here and make excuses for this manager, for me, is doing the club a disservice, bro. Because there should be pressure on Ineos to fuck him off, bro.
Fans don't have it.
No, fans do have it, because if all the fans decided that we want him out because this isn't good enough, Ineos would be forced to sack him. The same way, when these pricks were writing letters to keep Eric Ten Hag, they realized that, you know what, this is an easy way out for us, bro. We shouldn't be giving them an easy way out, Saeed. If you're Ruben Amorim, let me show you how ridiculous this is, You're Ruben Amorim right now, I'm Jim Ratcliffe, Tell me why you should be here in the summer. Tell me why. Based on what you've done at Manchester United, tell me why I should keep you.
Because I've not been allowed to have my own players through the door to allow me to implement my system better.
Does Arne Slot have his own players?
No, he doesn't.
Next one. All right, next one.
No, but then there's context to Arne Slot.
No, next one. No.
I'm not going past
this is how the meeting's gonna go. I'm Jim, bro. I'm Jim.
No. Arne Slot. To be fair,
Jim, bro. These are the same players that finished 5th below Manchester United with Eric Ten Hag. The same players.
I'm not having an answer comparison.
It was the same players. Was it not the same? Did we not finish above this Liverpool team side?
Same players. Listen, it's the same players.
All right, cool. Next one then. What's the next one?
Compared to United, it's not great.
Next one, please. Next one.
No, I think that's the main one.
Well, that's it. Well, then you're fucked, innit?
But the thing is, it still is a big one, though. It still is a big one. You got to remember, They brought him in, They brought him in knowing that they knew the situation. Ineos knew the situation was a bad
but so did he.
No, of course he did. He was naive to take the job. That's why he said, I want to come in the summer. He knew that the situation at Man United was poor, but he probably looked at the bright lights and thought, you know what? There's money involved. I'm probably not going to get this opportunity again. I might as well take this job right now and then maybe look like the hero. That's full to him, innit? But it is what it is. That's
it's because he believed that he could do more than he showed.
Yeah, he could do more than he was showing. There you
go. So now he's getting a reality check, Saeed.
And the reality checks, bro. I've said it. Like, if he wants to be sacked tomorrow, 100%. I just think for me, the manager should be able to have a window, because you got to remember, a lot of these players are not his players, right? The situation with Ten Hag, by the way, is different because he had money to spend there.
So, what's the guy's name at Wolves?
Vitor Pereira, yeah.
Oh, he didn't have a preseason. He doesn't have his own players. Wolves were below us when Ruben Amorim took over. Now they're above us. Sell that to me.
I agree.
Why should I keep you?
Yeah. Now, 100%, I agree. He's shown that he's able to get results, you know what I mean, and whatnot. But I do believe, is that sustainable in the long term? I'm not sure. But for now, it is glaringly obvious that he has shown a change. He has shown an improvement, etc., etc. Like, it's there. It's evident to see. I said to you.
You see this, Saeed? If you were understanding court, and I was cross-examining
I agree with you.
Bro, you're going to jail, you know. I can't lie, because this ain't looking good.
No, I listen to me, I think it's dark, but I do believe if the standards are what you say they are, you say it's from the fan base, but if the standards are what you say they are, that should come from within the board. So if Ineos don't sack Amorim, if he doesn't win the Europa League, what do you then think of Ineos?
What I think of them is I believe they are losers, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say. So
I believe they are losers. So they should sack him anyway. My thing is, Chelsea sacked Pochettino after finishing 6th, bro.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I thought that was, it shocked me, but I thought it was a great decision. And not only did they finish 6th, but he was actually in very good form towards the end of the season, because they made up loads of ground at the end, because they were floundering in the middle of the season and they went on a really good run. And Pochettino could have said, you know what? It's clicked now. I found my formula. Like, we're on a roll now. We kind of ran out of ground, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, next season we can do a bit better. Like, I found it now. I found my formula. I found the Cucurella inverting. I found it now. Do you know what I'm saying? I know how to kind of get a tune out of these players. And they still sacked him. Do you know what I mean? We're not even on good form right now.
No, I agree.
And we're losing. It's not like we're losing, but we're going down with a fight. we're getting turned over, bro.
Turned over, yeah. This is abysmal. But the reason why I say, yeah, it's not down to fans to build standards. It's down to the ownership in the end of the day, yeah. And here's why. Really and truly, they shouldn't really care what the fans think to make a decision. If they are the footballing people, they make that decision whether fans don't like it or not.
Yes, I know.
They are the football people.
Yes,
they are the ones that set the standards. Whether there's a riot or not. Go on.
Yes, I know, Said. The reason why is because, yes, they should uphold certain standards, but also as fans, because it's our team, bro, we should force them to make decisions that even if they're not, because that's the whole point of ultras, bro. When them man got their white handkerchiefs out at Real Madrid, it's curtains for you, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, if Mbappe didn't turn his form around, he was gone, you know, because the ultras wanted him out. Do you know what I'm saying? So if he didn't start scoring goals, he would have been cooked, bro. Like,
but you know this what you do. They don't do that though. There is to back the manager regardless.
But there's a culture, and a negative culture that's been built, because it's like, I agree. A lot of these men are Sir Ferguson era Man United fans. So because of that, you're trust fund babies. You don't know what it's like to ever be in struggles, bro. Because Sir Ferguson was the manager from before I was born. So I was born into that, and that's all I know. Do you get it? So a lot of men have only ever seen one way to support the football club, because in their head it's like support the manager. But no, the manager was Sir Ferguson. He earned that support. So we weren't backing him blindly, because when Sir Ferguson wasn't winning leagues some of the years and there were questionable things, the fans did question him, bro. There was loads of times where people were like, "Right, is he getting too old? Has he stayed too long?"
It's a start.
You know what I mean? There was that conversation.
That period when Mourinho came in and whatnot.
Precisely. You know? There was that conversation, bro, and he turned it around. He showed there's still, you know what I mean? There's still fight. But the point is, he was questioned. So how come we can question him, but all of a sudden these new fans are like, you can't question any managers, bro? Where does that come from? Where does that come from? That's a new thing, bro. And that's only come as the standards have lessened and lessened. And it's up to us to uphold these standards, bro. Because at the end of the day, Ineos are looking at building a new stadium, bro. Who they going to fill the new stadium with? The fans.
No, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So you're more important than you actually realize, because you're the guys that are going to sit down, and you're going to watch the games. You're the guys that are going to buy the merchandise. You are the guys that's going to pay for whatever you're going to pay for. So you are important. Like, if you're not fucking happy, then it matters. Imagine if all the subs on our channel, we're bringing on a guest, and nobody likes them. They can't stay.
You
know, because no one's going to watch the show. They got to go. Do you know what I'm saying? The people dictate what's good and what's not.
Yeah, the people dictate. No, I get that. But I still believe, though, it's the wrong mindset and the wrong kind of mentality to have as a big football club, though. Like,
what is the wrong mentality?
When you look at Bayern Munich, you look at all these clubs, Juventus, yes, cool. I don't really see like them man having really too much of a, let's say, after a sign has been happening. Say they're not happy with an appointment. It just gets done.
Brother, Juventus, but Juventus fans wanting Motta hung from the top of the stadium.
No, but what I'm saying is, when things get done, there's no uproar about it. What I'm trying to say, basically, like at United, it seems to be, it always gets to the point now where the fans go against each other. We see protests, we see this, that, the other. It gets to a situation where it's like, bro, do something. You see what I'm trying to say, Rants? We don't get to a situation where shit just happens, bro.
No, you're right. The owners need to also.
So if Amri's getting
standard, they need to. Yeah, the owners need to set the standard. And say, yo, this is our parameters. If you don't meet this, you're gone. You fans deal with it, bro. That's what they do at Chelsea.
Yeah.
But Chelsea have a different culture to us. But this is why Chelsea will win more than us. Because Chelsea have a winning culture. Man United have lost that somewhere because they've tied their culture to a person. Do you get what I'm saying? It shouldn't be tied to a person. It should be tied to an idea. This is why, even though Roman's gone, Chelsea are still as ruthless as when Roman was there, bro. Like, they still sack, bro. But Roman started it.
Yeah.
And they still behave like Roman's there because the fans now demand it, bro. You understand what I'm saying? The fans demand it now because Roman set the precedent that, yo, this is how we run as a football club. So even though now it's Todd, it doesn't matter. As soon as Chelsea fans are booing and hissing, bro, if you're a manager, you're in trouble.
No, I agree. Yeah.
you're in trouble. But the fans, the fans, it's the fans side.
No, I agree. My thing is, it's like, if there isn't a expectation of the board sacking the manager, then all of us then are in unison that this board ain't fit for purpose. My preference is to keep the manager, but my preference is the board to say, you know what, we've made a decision and this is what's happening. You get what I'm trying to say? Rather than dilly-dallying around as a situation, then waiting whenever you wait to, and then you sack him too late. You feel me? So that's my kind of hunch with it. Is like, yo, have you got like a idea? Have you got like a plan?
That indecision is poor leadership, and also it makes the fans doubt them because it comes across that they don't know what they're doing. I get
exactly.
That. You're allowed to say that, but you're allowed to say that, yo, this manager's failing. He don't deserve to be here. That's what I've been saying.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I disagree with you.
And if they don't sack him, I lose respect for them.
I don't think it's like the Ten Hag situation though. You see, the Ten Hag situation was like, oh, but he's won 2 trophies. He's done this. He's done that. You know, give him time. Like there was
Ten Hag had a choice. He had a case though. Ten Hag.
He had a case. This one, Amber doesn't really have a case.
No case.
Like what? Look what I've just given you. And I'm like saying to you, Amber should have time.
But this is how a billionaire should be sitting down and talking to this brother. Do you know what I'm saying? Like even this comment here, he's inherited a lot of poor technical players that he can't coach from scratch. This is also true. However, there's a way of thing that I'm back. However, there's poor technical players at Everton and Wolves, and they're above us.
They're suited to what they're doing, though, Rants.
Well, there you go, Saeed. So this is what I'm saying, because they've got managers. Because they've got managers, that are maximizing the ability of their players, and that is your job. That is your primary job. Before your own philosophy, before your own ethos, your job as a coach is to maximize the strengths, minimize the weaknesses of every player in your squad. That is your job first and foremost. Your job is not to paint pretty pictures. It's not to tell me about your ideology.
Then he got wrong. He thought of the idea before getting results.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It's pure vanity and arrogance, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? There's nothing more vain, than a manager that says, I would rather lose, than play football the way I want to play football, bro. Do you know how vain that is? That's fucking vain, bro.
Especially when you're already in trouble as well.
So you're gonna run my team into the floor because it can't play the way you want it to play, bro. You're not more important than this football club.
Yeah.
This is my point. AMORIM thinks that the way he wants to play football is more important than Manchester United Football Club. That is sackable, bro.
Just to go back on just to go back on the point there the brother made. You got to remember though, like from what Vitor Pereira has to do, you could argue that's far easier than what AMORIM has to do. And
AMORIM's supposed to be a higher level coach.
And it not only is a high level coach, but also he had to implement a new system to the players. The Wolves manager, all he had to do was build confidence, build maybe a better idea of how we're going to play, and then get results. I believe from where AMORIM started was not only sort out the dressing room and who's going to play and who's good enough for the role, but then say, right, we are going to play a completely new system and a new formation that you lot have to get used to. And that there, for me, I have sympathy from the other manager that you mentioned there. And that's why I believe it is similar in terms of getting results, because you have to still get results. Regardless of who you're managing, you have to get results. But in terms of the way the manager has had to start from afresh, that there, it's going to be difficult, man. And that's why I'm like, you know what?
But there's no middle ground with this manager, Saeed. This is my problem. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because think about it this way.
Yeah.
This is how I would have done it. If I wanted to implement this 3 at the back system, just like this manager, I'll implement the 3 at the back system when we have the ball.
Yeah.
We're conceding a lot of goals.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I'd say, you know what? This is a Man United team under Ten Hag here that had a pretty good defensive record. Pretty good. Wasn't amazing, but it was all right. We weren't getting smoked. Like, you know what I mean? We got the odd 7 against Liverpool, but in general, we didn't concede very many goals. So I'm thinking in my head, how are these guys used to defending? Because how you position yourself when you don't have the ball is the most important thing. We played like a mid to low block here in Ten Hag's first season. We had Cass and Eriksen in the pivot. We weren't conceding goals, not really. So I'm looking at that and I'm saying, okay, cool. I need to get them used to how we build up in possession, but out of the ball, I'm going to make sure they're in a shape that they're comfortable with. That's the in-between. That's the in-between. Do you know what I mean? Instead, he's trying to get them to change too much. And not only is he getting them to change too much, but he's doing it with a complete disregard for the strength and the weaknesses of the players he has. That is the worst thing, because at least if he played the right players in the right positions, yeah, we wouldn't look this bad, bro. We're playing a 3-4-2-1, yeah. The two behind the striker are meant to be 10s, but he's playing a winger there in Garnacho. Why is he not playing two midfielders there? It would have made more sense for him to play Eriksen and Kobe there, or Kobe and Mount there, or Bruno and Mount, or Bruno and Kobe. He shouldn't be playing wingers there. The winger should be playing at wing back if he wants to interpret his system the right way. He's chosen to play Garnacho on the touchline, yeah, because they're saying that this manager's not compromising his system, but he is. Because he's playing Garnacho as a winger when he's meant to be a number 10.
Yeah, there's definitely confusion in that, because obviously it hasn't helped that some players have not been available and whatnot. But I look at it though, he wanted to come in and create this robustness, because he believed that, yo, if you're not part of my way, you're not going to play. And that's why maybe Rashford and Anthony, you know, didn't see eye to eye with the manager and didn't fall into the system, because he wanted certain players to play in this position.
Yeah, but Anthony could have played as a wing back and he would have been fine.
He could have. But I think ultimately the manager, I'm not saying creating too many enemies here, but I think he did too much at the start. You feel me? Like, I think it would have been better for him. And I'm not saying keep Rashford for the sake of keeping Rashford. Like, if you believe he's not good enough for your system, cool. But I believe at the start, yeah, you need to get everyone else on board rather than creating this kind of almost old school mentality. Because right now, as much as you like it or not, them players are going to get you wins. Do you know what I mean? Like, at the start, and even until now, like, he would love it if a Rashford was getting him the goals here and there. Like, he would love it because he's in trouble right now. That's the beauty of, like, management and also understanding how you choose your battles here and there. So I think for me, he'd have made a mistake. But again, like I said to you, he's a very young manager.
But do you think he can come back from this mistake? Because guess who else made this mistake? David Moyes.
Who? David Moyes.
He came in. David Moyes came in. He changed the tactics. He got rid of the backroom staff. Remember, they said to him, yo,
David Moyes was almost, let's be honest though, did he get really backed in the summer though?
He didn't. But David Moyes came in. They said to David Moyes, yo, like, keep the United backroom staff that Fergie's left.
He didn't do that, no.
At least while you transition into what you're doing. He said, nope, I'm going to do it my way, have my own people, moved everyone on, and tried to do things too quickly. And he lost the dressing room, bro. Like, you've heard Rio talk about it. You've heard Vidic talk about it. He lost the dressing room straight away, bro. Do you know what I mean? And as soon as he lost the dressing room, that was him gone, bro. And David Moyes did better than Ruben Amorim.
Yeah.
He did better than Ruben Amorim, bro. But he had better players. But
he has also he fell out with the senior players as well, like Evra and
well, there you go. You can't tell me that these Man United fans players are happy with losing every week, Saeed. No. They're not used to this. Even under Ten Hag, they're not used to this.
No. But that, again, like I said to you, it's difficult because when you put all that together, my biggest concern is the player quality in this squad. Like, and I get it, we could get better results, 100%, no doubt. But to what level? You know what I mean? Is it are we all going to still be satisfied with them group of players that we're seeing right now? I don't think we totally are. You know what I mean? So it becomes a case of, right, we could finish maybe 12th, finish 10th, 9th, 8th, but we weren't ever going to be, let's be honest, a top 6 team. We look at the standards we've seen so far from other teams. We weren't.
I don't necessarily agree, Saeed. You know why? Because
you think so?
When I look at Forest, Forest are not a better team than us, and Forest have been in and around the top 6 for the duration of the Premier League. I genuinely believe, if a competent manager takes over Man United 4 points off top 4, we get top 6. If we stay with a back 4.
Okay, there you go. Okay, thank you. That's a big.
If we stay with a back 4 and we do what we should have been doing, like for instance, if Thomas Frank comes in and he plays the same way he plays with Brentford with these Man United players, I believe we get top 6. I believe we possibly even get top 5.
I agree.
Because it's top 5 this year. It's not top 6.
No. I agree. I believe if he didn't change the system and he brought in a manager, because you got to remember, Ruud van Nistelrooy got how many wins did he get while he was there? Like 2 or
3 wins and a draw.
3 wins and a draw. And that was playing the 4-3-3, basically, or 4-2-3-1, whatever you want to look at it. He got them consistency while the time was there because you didn't really need to change much. You had Cass, Ugarte, Bruno. You had the Ahmad out wide, whoever's out on the left. You know what I mean? And it was simple to get. You had 2 fullbacks. Mazraoui was actually playing his best in that period there when he was playing at fullback. You know, so you kind of knew what was going on. This right here, the reason why I give benefit of doubt to AMORIM is that he's had to change pretty much.
But he hasn't had to though, Saeed. This is the point. Saeed, he's chosen to. And in life, you live and you die by your choices.
But we knew he was a 3-4-3 manager. We knew it was a we can't just say change who you are.
I'm not saying don't play the 3-4-3. I'm saying
yeah,
find the middle ground.
Okay.
Find the middle ground. You can't say that you don't have your players because you knew you didn't have your players before you came in. So you should have found the middle ground. Do you understand? You don't go in and try and change too many things. You play players. Play players in the right positions. Give everyone a fair chance. He didn't give everyone a fair chance. He was trying to get rid of Xerxes and Casemiro in January. He got rid of Rashford. He got rid of Anthony as well. Anthony wasn't given a fair chance in this formation because look at the amount of games Garnacho and Højlund have started. Anthony wasn't given a chance.
Oh, that again is wrong as well.
But he wasn't given a chance. So my point is, he's come in and he won't admit it, but he will regret getting rid of Rashford and Anthony now. He will regret that now because he tried to phase out Casemiro, and luckily Cas was still here, managed to fight his way back in the team. Exactly. Same with Xerxes. Everyone's complimenting Xerxes' attitude because when he got subbed off after 20 minutes or something like that, he didn't lose his head. He didn't say, yo, I want out of this fucking football club, because he could have done that. And then he turned it around and became an important player for us. So imagine if the manager got his wishes and Casemiro and Xerxes also left in January. Look who it would be now.
Yeah, we probably got relegated. I don't know. Like, it's scary to think like that. It's scary. No,
honestly, look at this. Look at this Man United team. Look at the Man United team. The reason why I think this is bullshit. Ineos have brought in 6 players, including Dorgu. He's brought in 6 players. All of these 6 players, start for Manchester United. In our best team, if we're playing a 4-2-3-1, with the exception of maybe Ugarte. Ugarte, I don't play him against the lesser teams. I'll play him against the bigger teams. However, a midfield three of Ugarte, Casemiro, and Bruno is one of the best midfield threes in the league. No one can argue with that. It is. Casemiro is one of the best midfielders in the league. In my opinion, he's top 3 best midfielders in the league. Casemiro. And then Bruno is one of the best goal scoring midfielders in the league, no matter how he gets his goals. Do you know what I'm saying? And then Casemiro is a destroyer. So between the 3 of those, the balance of that midfield 3, I'm looking at midfield threes of
Kobe as well. He was doing bits.
But there you go. You've got Kobe you can add in there. You've got Ericsson you can add in there. But let's just say these 3, because I'm talking about Ineos's the guys Ineos have brought in.
Yeah.
Those 3, that's a solid midfield. Do you know what I mean? There's not many midfields in the big 6 I like better than that. I like Chelsea's midfield. I think Lavia is one of the best midfielders. Him and Caicedo are unreal. They're 2 of the best midfielders in the league.
Was a pairing,
If them 2 are fit, they're 2 of the best midfielders in the league, period. Do you know what I'm saying? So cool. Chelsea got a great midfield. Newcastle got a really good midfield with Tonali and Bruno.
Balance.
Do you know what I mean? Very good balance. Do you know what I mean? And Joe Linton. It's a good balance. But we can rival that midfield with our 3. Because Joe Linton, he's a good player for what he does, but I don't believe Joe Linton is better than Bruno, and he's not better than Casemiro. Do you know what I mean? So we look at that. We look at Arsenal's midfield, with no shoulder guard, and Declan fucking spicy rice, bro. Like I'm sorry, that midfield there with whoever they are. Thomas Partey is the only one I respect. So like them man can sit down. Do you know what I mean? Tottenham's midfield is decent, but they can sit down as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's the reality, bro. Our midfield's calm. Villa have a good midfield as well. And then we look at our back 5. We look at our back 4. For me, Lenny Yoro and Delite with Mazraoui at right back here and Dorgu at left back is one of the best back 4s. It's one of the best back 4s. I don't trust this goalkeeper. I wouldn't trust him to make me a cup of tea, mate. But that back 4, bro, I have no problems with it. I've just given you a back four and a midfield three that is strong enough to compete for top four. I've just given it to you.
But again,
and then we look at the front three. If you've got, hey bro, if you've got Xerxes, you've got Ahmad on the right, and then pick from Sancho, Rashford, Anthony, Garnacho, all these guys that could have played on that left-hand side, yeah, that the club shouldn't. Bro, our club loaned out 3 of those players, you know, that could be playing out there. You look at that front line.
Okay, you said all this then. So is that not further proof that Ineos have got it wrong then with the AMORIM appointment?
No, but it's not just that they've got it wrong with the AMORIM appointment.
Because you're listing the qualities of the team right now.
Bro, but it's not just that they got it wrong with the AMORIM appointment, yeah? AMORIM got it wrong with his player profiling because there's no fucking way, yeah, in hell that you agree. There's no way that you agree to let Anthony and Rashford go, yeah, if you know you're not getting no one. I don't care. Bro, me and Rashford could be beefing. You're not leaving, bro, because I need you, fam. Like, brother, like, you all right?
I know.
You know that was there, bro. Like, bro, you're not, bro, listen. Fucking Pep's been beefing Jack Grealish for 2 years, bro. He's still there.
Yeah, still. You know when he calls upon him,
when he needs him, he plays him, bro. He's been beefing Grealish for 2 years. 2 years, we know it.
But this is why I always say, like, yeah, cool, the manager's to blame for what, but this is further proof as he was almost like, I wouldn't say he's like forced upon the job, but in reality, it was a trap. You know, Omar Berrado said, come now or never. You know, and they knew, and they should have known the squad more than AMORIM, by the way, because AMORIM can only look at it from above. So if Omar Berrado looks at that and thinks, yo, I'm bringing a guy here that the team is built for Ten Hag. It's Ten Hag's players, right? We can see that they thrive in a 4-3-3. We can see that they work in a 4-2-3-1. You're bringing in a manager who plays in a 3-4-3. It's going to drastically change the results for the good or the bad. Right now, it's looking bad because of the fact that we are losing a lot of games under Ten Hag. We finished 8th last season. It's bad. The trajectory of Man United in the league.
Dan Ashworth said that, and that's why he didn't want this manager. However, Dan Ashworth also said that Sancho was our 5th choice winger, bro. So do you know what I mean? A broken clock can be right. I mean, twice a day. You understand what I'm saying? They let Sancho go.
I'm talking about Omar Berrado.
But I'm saying collectively, yeah, there's been a clusterfuck of decisions, yeah, that has led us to the situation that we're in right now. Yeah. Do you understand? And some of it's on Ten Hag, some of it's on the board, a lot of it is on AMORIM, because AMORIM could absolutely, yeah, have mitigated a lot of these circumstances, yeah, by just keeping it simple, bro. Like, bro, like in life, sometimes just keep it simple, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He's tried to overcomplicate something that's not very complicated. If we know that this squad was built to play a different system, does he not know that?
Yeah.
But well, then, so if he knows it, why do you take the job? And 2, when it's not working out, why don't you try something different?
But you know what he did also as well, that he looked at the culture of Man United, just in general, the team. Right. Yeah, he looked at these players on big wages. He's had a culture shock, by the way. He's looked at all his players, but Rashford's on $350 a week or whatever he was on.
Why didn't you look at that before he came in?
No, bro. Again, like I said to you, he got told now or never. He made this instant decision. He came in, cool. But he's looked at it and thought, I can't have this, yo. I can't have man not sprinting and training and doing all of these. Remember he said the way you look, the way you talk, the way you dress. Man was he was examining players, bro. So he's looked at all of that and he's thought, yo, man, I need to do this my way. I'm not going to do it your way. He mentioned that so many times in the press conference because he looked at the culture at United from the players' point of view that they'd been sacking managers left, right, centre, and some of these players were still here. Lindelof's, all these players here we're talking about are still won
trophies, though.
Hey, yeah. No, they won trophies. Don't get me wrong, they won trophies, but there's an issue, and you can see that players have gone past their almost sell-by date. They've gone past beyond where you're like, come on, man. How's Luke Shaw here? How's this player here? How's that player here? So he's looked at it and thought, I'm sticking to my way here. I'm going to be stubborn. And again, it's been a detriment of him. But I look at, like I said to you, why did Omar Berrado pick him instead of a 4-3-3 manager if he believed that was going to be the way that he would complement the players? That's where I'm focusing on more. rather than say, you know what, it's down to the manager, blah, blah, blah. He's all the problem. That's where Rants I've come to a realization for. And this is where the Ineos have got to make a decision. Say, you know what? This is not the stance of Man United. We're going to move on. And everyone moves on. We move on. There's not going to be no kind of almost like, oh, we're going to cry for the manager. He's left. No, he's failed. We move on. But now, what's your remit? Who then you go back to a 4-3-3? What do you now do? You go for a manager who plays a different style? What sort of system are you going to play?
But I tell you, spitting facts, bro. I remember them Dan James wingback shifts. We remember that.
Yeah.
When we smoked Man City with the back three, bro.
Yeah.
This is what I said. It's not the back three, it's the manager. I said it. You know what I'm saying? Because, bro, I see Newcastle reverted to a back three, smoked Arsenal. Do you know what I'm saying? Fulham smoked us with a back three. Crystal Palace beat us with a back three. The same system, bro. The same system. Like, what are we doing here? It's not just the back three. The way the manager interprets the back three is shit, bro.
No, he plays it with a back seven. Forget back three. We play with a back seven. We are very defensive. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's just sometimes scared.
Oh, we had Dan James as a wing back who was a winger. Ollie was more positive than this manager.
Ollie,
he was
then
more
again,
positive.
Ollie was
his back three was more positive.
Coaching.
Ollie Singh wasn't coaching, but bro, Amorim's not coaching either, Saeed. So
no, but he's meant to be a coach, and he's
but he's just looking like an educated Ollie, bro. He's looking like the same thing. Man's talking about Y Scout and that, bro. Do you get me?
Educated Ollie,
bro. That's what he's looking like, bro. I'll be honest, bro. That's
what I'm not lying to you. That for me is a red flag about Y Scout. The one where he's talking about Y Scout now, because that's what Don talks about, man. And
bro, you know but look at his coaching staff. They're Don's age. They're little kids, bro.
Yeah.
Like, why are we pretending he ain't got a little 30-year-old brother? I had his 30th birthday at Man United, bro, in the dugout.
Yeah.
Must be nice. Do you know what I mean? That's fucking ridiculous. That's what that is. Do you know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous. So it's just one of them things where you have to understand that at Manchester United now, as much as the manager talks about the culture, like you are.
Who would you want in? Who would you want in if
you're meant to be the culture
manager? Who would you want in?
Who would I realistically want in?
Yeah.
Right. That if I'm looking at realistically, I'm looking at because I'm looking at an in-between manager, by the way. I'm looking at a manager to get us back into the top 6, top 4. I'm not looking for a manager to win the league.
No.
So I'm looking at Frank, I'm looking at Iraola. I'm looking at managers in this league right now, bro.
I'm not looking outside this league.
I don't think we can get Eddie Howe just because of the shit that happened with Dan Ashworth.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Glasner. I'm not saying
if you get Glasner, you can basically do the system again, but better maybe.
I'm looking at Glasner. I'm not looking at Xavi. I'm not looking at someone outside this league. I'm looking at Thomas Frank. I'm looking at Iraola.
That's the one.
I'm looking at Glasner, and obviously Howe and Emery are off limits, I would think. So I wouldn't look at them. Do you know what I mean? Marco Silva, he's Portuguese and he's negative, bro. So I don't really want him as well, bro. Even speaking to Fulham fans, they say to me, like, a lot of the time they want him to be a bit more proactive and that. Like he just sets up to stifle teams, and they don't really like that. Do you know what I'm saying? I argue that they don't really have the players to play front foot football, but he just likes to play transition football. And
he's got a lot of people, man.
Yeah, from what I've seen, he looks very transition, pragmatic. Not for me. Do you know what I'm saying? What's impressed me about Thomas Frank here is how many goals Brentford are scoring, bro. They're scoring a lot of goals, bro.
Bro,
do you know what I'm saying?
Look, when he got the players here, they were nobodies, and he's turned them into somebodies. You know, like
he's been there for a long time, so you can genuinely give him credit for what Brentford are doing. He's been there for a long time.
Yeah, they've now gone from a team that was like battling relegation, and then now progressively getting better and better and better. Like, and now I think they're 8th in the league now. I think, you know what I mean? That's not easy. You know what I mean? Like, that's not easy position. I think people are sleeping on Thomas Frank. I really do. Like, I remember I mentioned him. I was the one that was mentioning him before even Ruben Amorim. Because you know me, I was even for Ruben Amorim, by the way. Like, I was not even looking at Ruben Amorim as a manager. He came out of nowhere. I was looking at Thomas Frank from the off, because I felt like, for me, he deserved a big club move now. He made enough I think for me, like Noyes at Brentford and what he's been doing at Brentford, and you can see the system works. They play out from the back. They're very comfortable in possession. Man, I got Norgard playing out the back. You know what I'm saying? Like he should not be doing what he should be doing, but they've got a very, very cohesive system. And I think he'd be someone that if the manager was to be sacked, I'd fancy him, me personally, man. I can't lie to you, bro.
I like his tactical flexibility.
Yeah.
Because 100%. He plays a 3, he plays a 4 at the back, he plays a 2 up front, he plays a 1 up front.
Thank you.
He does whatever. Like, you know what I mean? He's a proper like throwback manager in the sense that he knows how to adapt to the players he has. That's his biggest strength. And that's what you have to do at the smaller clubs.
100%.
You have to do that.
You have to adapt, man. The Premier League's not forgiving, man. You need someone that knows the Premier League inside out as well. You need someone that, again, like I said to you, for Man United's sake, maybe other clubs like Liverpool, they've got a lot of players there that, you know what, it's gonna work in it. When you've got the spine that they've got here, they've got enough to kind of, you just come in, just tinker a few things here and there, and you're gonna win the league, in it. Not like saying that they were guaranteed to win the league, but they had a good little, you know what I'm saying, like framework to work off. With United, the framework is very, very agile. It's not even there, to be honest with you. Like, yeah, cool, we might be a top 4, top 6 team, but you can still see a lot of players are underperforming. A lot of players are not good enough. You know what I mean? You've got players from several different managers. You've got players from the managers from the previous regime that we all deemed a lot of them not to be good enough. So there's big kind of concerns with Man United, you know, and who knows? I'm of the hope that when we get these players for the club, by the way, and I don't mean for the manager, for the club, there will be an improvement. Because then the goals and the chances that we do have will be taken from a Cunha, from an Mbuemo, from an Osimhen if he was to come in. They come.
But we still need to get them into. We still need to get them in positions, where they can maximize their ability to score goals anyway. And that's what I like about Thomas Frank, because as much as Mbuemo is a good player and Visa is a good player, he manages to manufacture opportunities for them to score goals repeatedly, bro, and that's not easy. That's the system that creates these chances.
They score goals, but they're a fun team to watch. They're not like normally you see these teams, they're like, oh man, they're not boring, man. They don't really score goals. These lot are fun to watch. Every week you're seeing goals from Brentford, 4-3, 3-1, 3-2. Like, you're seeing some fun games, bro. You know what I mean? They'll go toe-to-toe with teams to the point where sometimes you see them be going for the game, and then next thing you know, Arsenal win 3-1. But in that game, the Arsenal game, it wasn't a 3-1 game. I remember Brentford had chances. You know what I'm trying to say? But just, they went for it, and then they lost goals behind. I think we haven't seen that from AMORIM. That's the problem. We haven't seen a game where we've gone for it, and then we end up just losing it. It's mostly the team has been slow and second to everything, and we get beat.
But this is why I said, and to answer this thing about Ange Postecoglou, bro, the reason why I said for ages I'd rather have Ange than AMORIM at the club is because, at least when he loses,
it's ridiculous.
The guy he goes out on his shield. Like, he tries to win games. He tries to score. Like, he's not going to lose by sitting back and playing shit football. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as like Tottenham fans say he's got no plan B, well, bro, neither does Pep. Like, you know them ones. Like, it just is what it is, bro. Some managers don't have plan Bs. It's just, how good is your plan A? Yeah. How good is your fucking plan A? I think Tottenham's recruitment is awful, bro. So I don't think that all of the stuff going on at Tottenham here is on the manager. And it looks like it's not as well, because if you look at how the players are interacting with the manager and stuff, like, he ain't lost that dressing room. He ain't lost that dressing room. Them players are still playing for him.
Yeah, they're still playing for him.
They're still 100%. Playing for him, bro. Like, they've had loads of injuries. They had the goalkeeper out for fucking ages. Do you know what I'm saying? Van der Ven and Romero, who are integral in how he wants to play, have both had long-term injuries. There's been, I think Maddison's out now. Fucking Cooley might be out now. They've had loads of injuries. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think it's a mixture of things why they are where they are. But they're a team that scores goals, bro. They still got a plus 11 goal difference, and they're 17.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Bro, I can't believe that's mad.
I saw a stat that they're the team that's lost by the odd goal more than any other team in the league by 1 goal, bro. Wow. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're watching,
shows you a lot.
When you're watching this Tottenham team, it's like, it's fine margins where they are. Like, it's funny to laugh at them, but it's fine margins where they are. Like, us, it's not fine margins, bro. We're getting smoked by teams. We're getting well beaten by teams. So we're not
Yeah,
in the
no,
same position
I
as
agree. I
Tottenham.
think it's listen, I think for me, I'll be shocked if we lose the final, I'll be shocked if the manager's still here. But at the same time, like I said to you, man, they paid 9 million for him, you know, his release clause, I think it was. So again, I don't know if they're trying to make that same mistake again of paying out the manager or whatnot. I don't know.
Who's that? What, the AMORIM situation?
AMORIM, yeah, they paid
Bruv,
out.
I think that money is disposable. I'll be honest, bro. Like that's, brother. If they're saying we can sign 4 players, yeah, without selling no one, you think we can't sack this guy if we want to sack him, bro? It's not that deep, man. I mean, people overestimating Man United's financial situations, bro. There's always ways. There's always ways. I don't believe that it's as tight as people are making out. Do you know what I'm saying? There's talk of, yeah, like I said, bringing in 4 players before selling. So there's money there. And when you look at what City are fucking threatening to do, bro, people need to pattern up. Because, bro, if City get Reinders and Wirtz, yeah, they're winning the league next season. It's over, bro. I'm saying it right now.
It's actually scary, you know. When
they get Wirtz and Reinders, yeah, to add to what they've already got, forget it, bro. Like, pack that shit up in a box and bro.
Bro, it's scary, bro.
Right now.
If they get Reinders, yeah, that's a player that United should be looking at, man. It's ridiculous, bro. Yeah, I mean, but maybe we'll just lock that level right now. But then again, he's played for AC Milan, who are not even top 4 at the minute right now. I think they're struggling this season. Like that. But then this is what I'm saying. Like when they miss out on the league title, they're quick to change and rectify their mistakes, man. And they can see De Bruyne is leaving. Like, I need that not to happen.
They're replacing him with fucking Reinders. Jesus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And they've got Mamouche already and Savinho. And then you're going to add Florian Wirtz to that. Bro, ridiculous. Can't
you know
lie.
what's mad, yeah? Like, it's just, for me, it's like, it's scary, Mo, what they're doing right now, man. In the league right now, like if they get them two there,
someone needs to plant drugs in man's car or something, like the movies, blood. We need these City man to get arrested. The man need to go jail, bro. Because if they pull this off, it's crazy, you know.
It's crazy, bro.
With Rodri back,
Florian Wirtz one as well.
Hey, bro,
you're deep in that one as well. Like it's mad, bro. And they've already got that Nico Gonzalez as be a backup to Rodri. They've already got Mamouche in. They got Kozanov and the other guy, Victor Reis. Like Savinho came this summer. All of a sudden, look at that, boom, the rebuild. You forget how things just go quick. Spend 500 million in like 7 months. It's crazy.
Yeah, but this is the point, Saeed, bro. Like honestly, yeah, like it's one of them ones where this is why that's why I implore people to understand. When you look at this Man United squad, yes, we do need to get rid of loads of players, yeah, we do need to bring in players, but we have players, yeah. Some players are more important and more urgent to get rid of than others. This squad, yeah, is not a million miles away, bro, from being a decent squad. Bro.
It is.
I think it needs 2 summer windows. I think there's 2 more summer windows to get rid of everyone that we need to get rid of. However, like if I'm the coach and they say they're gonna give me five players, it's enough. It's enough for me. Give me
incredible starters. Yeah.
Give me 5 players. Give me a striker. Give me 2 10s, yeah. And give me 2 midfielders, and I'm fine. We got enough centre backs. We got enough defenders. I'm cool. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it, bro. Remember, we still got Anthony on the books, bro. We still got Anthony on the books. We still got Sancho on the books. We still got Rashford on the books. I know that we're probably going to get rid of all 3 of them, but
it depends, bro. It depends. If the manager gets sacked,
we don't have to. Because, bro, but we don't have to. Because I'd rather keep Sancho, Anthony and Rashford and get rid of Rasmus and Garnacho.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that. I'd rather keep them 3 and fuck off them 2, bro. Because them 2 bring down the quality of the side. Let's not fuck about.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Let's not fuck about, bro. Like, we can keep Rashford and Anthony's wages, yeah, if we sell Garnacho, blood, for 60 million and we sell Rasmus Højlund, bro. Then we can keep them man's wages for 1 more season and then get rid of them the season after, bro. Like, we can keep them for 1 more year. Do you know what I mean? And then bring in another 5 next year. But the most important positions for me, and I need to get rid of, I need a goalkeeper. I need a goalkeeper.
That one there, but just go get me that Serbian done, man. I don't know what's going on.
Go get me the goal. Go get me the Serbian goalkeeper.
Serbian done. Facts.
Do you know what I'm saying? Get me 2 midfielders. If they say they're only going to give me 1 midfielder, that's fine. I'm keeping Cass. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll
yeah,
promote.
One more year. I was gonna say, man.
I'll keep Cass for 1 more year. I'll promote Kone. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got Collier. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll make it work in that midfield, bro. I'll make it work in that midfield. Play a midfield free. I'll make it work in there, bro. Do you know what I mean? Ericsson can leave. He's gonna leave on a free anyway. But then you just give Kone Ericsson's minutes.
Yeah.
Between Kone and Collier, they can rotate
Collier,
and take Ericsson's minutes, bro. That's it.
You can bring in Gomez for free. I don't know what's
you can bring in Angel on a free, and also if you're playing Kobe in a midfield free, you don't need to worry about if he's playing in a pivot or if he's playing in a 10. You just play him in a midfield free.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? A lot of these things can just be remedied by using common sense, bro. But we're here trying to fit square pegs in round holes, bro. That's what we're trying to do.
Issue, man. But again, I hate to say it, but has Wilcox got an idea of what he wants? Because he's meant to be the football director. He's meant to be the guy, the footballing guy. Like, he should have a say, really, in the way the football club model should be played. Like, why
I don't think that
Omar Barada, man? Like, that's what really,
I don't think that Wilcox. I don't think Wilcox had anything to do with AMORIM, because I can't.
But
see
again, he should have been. He should have been the guy getting a manager. Really, let's be honest.
He should have been, but it's below his pay grade. It was meant to be Dan Ashworth, but he got sacked.
Yeah,
and they didn't replace him. So Omar Barada went above. Obviously above his head and done it.
Bro. He's effed us up, really. Let's be honest. Like,
yes, he's done us.
Said, yo, what do you think, Dan Ashworth or Wilcox? Yeah, who should we bring in? That would have been a better decision rather than Omar Barada being the guy that he's the one that has the final say, because he don't really have. He was an operations guy, bro. He weren't no football guy. Let's be honest. At least Dan Ashworth, he's been in situations where I see the documentary. He was on there when Gordon got signed. He was there when a lot of Newcastle recruitment got bought. Same with Jason Wilcox. They might have footballing people, bro. Like, this Omar Barada comes in and said, yo, come in, Amarin, now or never. Like, that's why I'm right.
You're right.
And Wilcox, he should be the one that appoints the next manager as well, but it will,
But you know what it is, yeah? You know what it is? Remember, Wilcox had not been promoted yet. Now he's got a bit more power. Him and Vivell are kind of splitting the responsibility. So that hadn't happened yet. Ashworth had just been sacked. And Barada, the same way he wanted to make a statement with Lenny Euro, he probably wanted to make a statement, bringing in Ruben Amorim, saying, yo, we're going to go to Sporting in the middle of the season and take their manager while they're top of the league and they're still in the Champions League. It looked good at the time, innit? It looked like a big boss move. It looked like boss moves. It did.
It did look at the time, yeah.
It did.
You
know what I'm saying?
He got it done on the... Was it on the day that Ten Hag got sacked?
He flew out the same day. He flew out and jumped on a plane. Went out there same day.
You know what I mean, bro, man? That there, sometimes, like, it's not always about being the first one to do something. You get me? Sometimes just relax a few days. Like, you got rude, like, cool. Like, the season, I know it's hindsight's a wonderful thing, but the season wasn't jeopardized in November. Like, it was jeopardized after November. Like, the results, whatever, the continuation results happened after. You get me? So at that time, you could have waited a little bit more just to kind of realize, like, what do you want? Because you were the one that could assess this squad and be like, you know what? They're failing already in a 4-3-3 system or 4-2-3-1. Should we just get someone who could upgrade that and get the results that way?
Why would you overcomplicate it?
Yeah. And that there is turned out to be a disaster, bro. And this is why I'm like, yo, the manager wanted to come in the summer and he should have Amarin should have stuck to that. But again, managers now are weak, bro. Like, especially young managers. Top managers would have said no to that. Would have said, you know what? I ain't coming now, bro.
Yeah, apparently Inzaghi said no. You know what I'm saying?
Inzaghi, there you go. Inzaghi said no. There you go.
Man, apparently he did say no. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and that would have been the perfect
the end.
He did. Yeah, apparently Tuchel said no, and apparently so did De Zerbi. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, De Zerbi said that there was an offer on the table, bro. So, you know what I mean? He turned us down as well. And then we ended up staying with Ten Hag. And the reason why they turned us down is unbeknownst to us. But the way I see it is, the Amorim situation, was a power move by Barada that's gone wrong. And you can either charge it to the game or you need to sack him.
Yeah.
One or the other. Do you know what I mean? Personally, I'd say, you know what, my guy? It is what it is, bro. It's business. Do you know what I mean? You have to speculate to accumulate. It didn't work out. We're cool in it, but we're gonna let Jason take the next one.
But if you say who they say they are, Jim Ratcliffe in the interview said, "Yo, I didn't want to make the same mistake, so I sacked Dan Ashworth at the earliest time I could possibly do." If you're doing that to a guy that you knew of and you chased for that so long, you took him out of a whatever it's called, a clause in Newcastle. You paid that sum of money. Then you could easily sack Amorim then, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? But
I think they should.
I said, it should be an easy decision. It should be really and truly, like, it should be an easy decision, but I don't know. Maybe they're not confident in getting the next person in. I don't know. Maybe they don't really know where to go next, because then they look a bit more embarrassed. Like, I don't know, man. It's one of them. Like, I don't think, if you believe that someone who's finished 16, not won the Europa League, should not be sat there. But I don't know what we're gonna think right now. And they're the guys at the top. You feel me? So we're just fans. We can say keep him or whatnot, but they're the guys at the top that get paid to make decisions.
100%. No, 100% spot on. This thing here, man, saying you're saying three at the back, simple formation, understand. Let me tell you something. We've said it already in the show. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was beating Manchester City with three at the back and Dan James at wing back. The system is not the fucking reason. The formation is not the reason why we're losing.
No, it's not.
It's the manager's interpretation of the formation and who he's playing where is why we're losing, bro.
I agree.
You should not be conceding the amount of goals we're conceding with five at the back. Five at the back is literally the formation people go to when they want to tighten things up. So why are we conceding more, bro? Like, use your common sense. And this bollocks, no one's forcing him to play Lindelof or Højlund.
Yeah.
So miss me with that bullshit, bro. Arsenal played Marino up front for the last 3 months, bro. We don't have to play Højlund. We could play Mount up front.
Bro,
we could play Bruno up front. We could play anyone up front to make a statement. If he doesn't want to play Cheeto, you could play Ericsson up front if you fucking want. You know the ones there, like, who cares? You don't have to play Rasmus. Nobody's saying you have to play him, bro. No one's saying that. No one's saying you have to play Lindelof, bro. You don't have to play either of them. Do you know what I'm saying? So stop making excuses when he picks the team. He picks the team. I would rather he played someone up front that wasn't a striker than he played him.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it'll be me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Like he's playing Højlund. He didn't need to play Højlund against West Ham, bro. Like Cheeto didn't play a single minute, bro. Like, bro, if you say you don't care about the league and then you say you care, bro, I don't get why.
How can you say you don't care, Saeed? And then when we lose, man say, "Oh, the culture." What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? Do you know what I mean? What man gonna say? Man gonna say what? It was a breakdown in communication. It was mistranslation, bro. I thought he was a poet, bro.
I can't lie. He does. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is a little bit of a cop out though when you start talking about the culture and what we need to win. And when managers do that, it's good for them because they look good in front of the camera. Like, it's a cop out. You lost the game. You lost. Like, it's down to you, bro. Like, we lost against West Ham. I'm sorry. I'm not hearing culture against losing to West Ham. I'm sorry. That for me right there, I'm not having that, bro. You can't, because if we'd have won that game, you wouldn't be talking about no culture and all of that BS. That West Ham there, you don't need to talk about culture to beat West Ham. They are worse than us, bro. They are.
This is what I'm trying to say, bro.
They had midfield free of the, what is it? Like Souček, Ward-Prowse, and that. Bro, I'm seeing my man's crying
Souček
about
and Ward-Prowse.
Have you not seen Guido Rodriguez's his comments, man? He said it was a dream to play. Apparently, he's crying about playing about Old Trafford and that. You get me? And it's like, bro, man just came here, did a little bit of it.
We got beat by a midfield of Souček and Ward-Prowse.
Yeah, bro. But it was free holding midfielders, man. Not free attacking. And then all they did, this is why it is a bit concerning, because all they did was just play split Bowen and my man wide and allow Souček to be the third man runs. You know what I mean? Like the runner to go and play basically as a striker. That's what he does. Yeah. They go wide, and then all Souček does is just da-da-da-da, and he gets in the box and then boom. You feel me?
Disgusting.
So it's like it was simple tactics to beat you, bro. Like, yeah, they apparently had 30 passes for the goal, but bro, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean, bro? Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? That's what he's failing on, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult, man. You know what I mean? I'm just seeing whether, you know, if he could get his own players in, whether there's a change.
Yeah, but he hasn't earned the right to get his own players, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like Pep Guardiola had people, putting Raheem Sterling in world-class debates, bro. Raheem Sterling is nowhere near that level. Nowhere near. But this is what a good coach does. A good coach makes players look way better than they are, bro. I saw Arsene Wenger do it so many times. Loads of players left Arsenal, and their career was never the same when they left. Never the same, because Wenger had these men looking like real bad boy ballers, and then they left Arsenal, thought the grass was greener, and then their man looked like scrubs everywhere else. This manager's not doing that. He's not doing that, bro. I'm not asking for him to make Garnacho look like fucking, I don't know, like Rafinha or Yamal. I'm just saying, just get a tune out of these players. I'm not saying make them world beaters. I'm not saying challenge for the title. I'm saying, bro, even if you finished 8th with this team, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, because what, Ten Hag finished 7th last season or something like that. So if you finish 8th, it's bad, but it's like, all right, cool. Do you know what I mean? It's shit. It's worse than Ten Hag, but it's all right, innit? But the fact that you're 16th in the league and people are saying this is where we should be finishing, brother, what have you man hit your head on something? Like, how should we be finishing 16th? Big Man United.
No, that's literally.
They're talking about us like we're Brentford, bro. Like, Brentford wouldn't even accept finishing 16th anymore. They've surpassed that.
It's surpassed that standard,
Brentford
bro.
are top half of the table team now.
The people are spending money, bro. Like, if you look at teams now, they're spending money. They're demanding not to be around there anymore. It's mad. Like, a lot of teams are now spending money, and the fans are starting to realize, shit, we can't really be around there anymore, man. You got to make us play some better football, because end of the day, we're seeing other teams like Brentford, Brighton, who are now fighting for Europe.
Bro, the Nottingham Forest owner was on the pitch with his gun in his belt, in the belt strap. Man had the strap on him, bro. He was like, yo, what's going on?
Go on, bro. Put money into the club, yo. What are you saying?
He was ready to pull the strap on someone. And that's Nottingham Forest, And I got Man United fans telling me that 16th is okay. And Forest owner was ready to pull out the burner on someone. This is, bro, what are we doing here, Saeed? You know what I mean? What are we doing? Like, if we keep this guy, we're not serious, bro. That's all that matters. We're not serious, because Chelsea had great intentions with Graham Potter. They had great intentions with him. They wanted to do the long-term manager thing.
Where was he when they sacked him, by the way? Where was he?
Not where we are, I don't think.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, I want to know,
bro, Graham Potter got sacked, and it probably weren't even his fault, because he never had the squad that Chelsea have now. He didn't. Do you know what I'm saying? He still had Aubameyang that was brought in by the previous manager that he didn't want and stuff like that. But they got rid of Graham Potter, even though they brought him in, and they had great intentions for Graham Potter. Do you know what I'm saying? But, bro, I don't care what your intentions are for AMORIM. Fuck him off, man. You got to fuck him off. I'll be honest. Like, even if he wins this trophy, it's not the league.
It would be the perfect ending, though. If he wins a trophy, he could go to another club and say, yo, listen, I won a trophy in United's worst ever season.
I'll be honest, he should, if we win the trophy, he should walk, and then everyone's happy, If he loses, he should be sacked. Either way, he shouldn't be here next season.
Yeah, if
he's shown me that he's not good enough.
And he might walk. There's a possibility he could walk, We might get he could walk, like, you know what I'm saying, man. He could say, you know what? This ain't worth it, man. Them. Let's just get out of here. Forget this ever happened, and we'll move on. You get me? And we won the Europa League. Our job is the way we get looked at now is when we won a Europa League out of this.
Listen, I actually Sporting might win the league without him, bro. Man, I'm saying go back to Sporting, brother.
Come on, man. He left him in a nice position, though, didn't he?
Brother, but it don't matter. They might still win it, though.
Yeah.
But if they still win it, he can't just go and take his job back.
But I think the best thing for me that he walks away from this job, because for me, I don't think he's got the mental strength to stay here, man. I'll be honest with you. Like, right now, he's looking a bit emotionally. Yeah, man. He's looking emotionally scarred right now.
Yeah, he looks like he don't know where to go. You know,
Yeah,
he looks like he don't know where to go, bro. He
And
don't know.
only gonna
He's
get
running out of
deflected.
excuses, and
Yeah,
it's that he looks like his back's against it now.
yeah, he looks like 100%, bro. And it could be, like I said, I spoke to someone today. It could be just, you know, right person, wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got the acumens and the ability to coach at a top level. Just United might just be a bit too much for him at this time. You get me? So I don't know. I think for me, you know, let's see what he can do next year with money. If it doesn't happen, I wish him all the best, and it's what it is. I really don't. Like, if he was to go, I'm not gonna cry about that. Like, nobody.
I think no one should be crying about it. I think people should be expecting it. And
yeah, I'm expecting it as well.
And if it doesn't happen,
I'm expecting a sack. Personally, for me, I'm expecting a sacking.
Have to, bro. As far as I'm concerned, do you know what I mean?
One of them.
So yeah, big up everyone inside. And this thing said Sporting was struggling after AMORIM left immediately. Exactly, and then they sacked the manager that replaced AMORIM and brought in another one, and now they're back challenging for the title, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So they've had 3 managers this season. So they even sacked the guy they brought in after AMORIM because he was the coach from the youth team and they promoted him. So they're even showing that certain results are not respectable. So if Sporting are showing more ambition than us, what are we doing?
Facts.
You know, so it's one of them ones. Big up everyone. Big up love for the super chats, people. Man said, why defend the defenseless? And what's this one? He goes, the last comment ain't true. The only poor technicals we have are Garnacho, Ugarte, and Rasmus. He's got Ahmad, Xerxes, Delit, Maz, Cass, Euro, etc. Yeah, facts. But we got a lot better technical players than people are giving us credit for, bro. I think that we have got players that are definitely below that, but the only players that I would say lack any sort of technical ability are the players you mentioned. Other than that, I think there's players like Maguire that aren't the most technical, but he's technical enough to do a job. Same with Lindelof. Same with the likes of the Brunos and stuff like that. Like, bro, they're technical enough to do a job, bro. I don't think these men are poor technically. Poor technically for me are Garnacho, Ugarte, and Rasmus. Them 3 for me, that you can't coach them to be better footballers, but Ugarte's at least got the engine. You get rid of Garnacho and Rasmus, you add more technical players to what we have, and we have a decent base.
Facts.
We do have a decent base.
You have a decent base. Yeah, you're right. You're spot on.
So I don't think it's that bad, bro. Do you know what I mean? So big up everyone inside, man. We're gonna redirect to Mandem.
Come on, man. Let's show people, man. Let's show, man.
1,000 likes we need, bro. Like, you get me? We got like 1,900. We had 2,000 in here, bro. We've only got 550 likes. We need to get those up.
Come on, bro. 1,000.
Yeah, we need to get those up, man. And then we're gonna redirect to Mandem Talk. I'm gonna continue the United conversations, man. We got 7 days, bro. This time next week, Saeed's gonna be in Bilbao, ready to see Man United meet their fate. Yeah, trust me. I ain't going, bro. My brother's going. I'm not going, Saeed, bro. Because if I go, and we lose, I'll lose my head, bro. I can't.
Bro, I
can't, bro. I don't have any, bro. I ain't got it in me to go there and lose,
bro.
I ain't got it in.
I hear you, man. But I swear that I could. You know what? It could. You know what? I'm not gonna say now that I changed my mind, but I could change my mind if I see like we get battered by Tottenham and we lose and it's a madness. I could be hammering out. You know what I'm saying to you? But it's one of them, man. I'm just not in my head. I'm not thinking about losing right now because I'm looking at more than just a manager. This is the whole football club, man. It's like we cannot lose. So whoever wants to turn up that day and become a hero, because it ain't going to be the manager, it's going to be the players. You know what I'm saying? The players will bail him out. You know, we've been doing that. Players did it for AMORIM, for Ten Hag, should I say?
I hear it. Do you know what I'm saying?
So boy, we'll see.
I don't know. We'll see, man. Guys, big up everyone inside, man. Redirecting over to Saeed TV. Make sure you drop a Rants raid in the chat, people, and I'll see you guys.